Played some outstanding baseball, and how do they get it done? By scoring early. They're plus 36 in runs scored in the first two innings this season, leading the major leagues. John Jaso got him off to a good start last night.
And Miguel Olivo, who had really worn out Nick Blackburn coming into the game, he hits his ninth home run of the year off the second deck. That's a bomb, but the ninth home run of the season for Miguel Olivo. Good start for the Mariners last night.
Eric Thames, he checked in, sixth inning with an RBI double. And for Thames, good to see him get going again. This one going down the right field line. And that would score one of 2 runs in that inning last night against the Twins.
Nothing wrong with some insurance runs. Dustin Ackley with a base hit back up the middle to drive in Thames.
So welcome everybody to Mariner Baseball. The Mariners playing really well here at home. They've won 10 of the last 11 as they make a surge towards 500. Look at that record, 56-64 as they take on the Minnesota Twins, a team they've beaten 3 out of 4 thus far. Glad you're with us tonight. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, and tonight as we look at our pitching matchup, boy, Jason Vargas, sensational. Felix gets all the pub, but Jason Vargas has won 13 games for this ball club.
He has pitcher of the month of July in the American League, and that's continued in August. He has continued to pitch well. Jason in his last outing, again, just outstanding against the Angels, a club that had been swinging the bat well, right-handed dominant club. Jason was able to handle it. Again, the great changeup for him, pitching 8 in the third innings against the Angels, but he's been pitching deep into games, putting up really small numbers. His overall ERA continues to go down, and this is a guy that has figured things out. Typically had struggled in the second half of the season, but this year he has been dominant. There's a good cutter to get another right-handed hitter out. So Jason on top of his game going into it tonight.
And where does that leave the Mariners? Where does that show up in the standings? Let's take a look at the American League West. And it has shown up quite well since May 18th. This is what the Mariners have done. They're playing 500 ball.
They are 40-40 record overall, but I think the biggest thing for them is they're starting to get some offensive help. The pitching has been there all year. The defense, they've been number one from the start of the season. So those two things have been there, but now they're scoring more runs, and you can see the difference in their record because of that.
All right, let's see what happens tonight. It's Scott Diamond against Jason Vargas. Good night. A little cloudy here at the ballpark, but very comfortable temperatures and a decent crowd so far with more coming in, maybe a lot of them doubling up with soccer from earlier this afternoon. Twins and the Mariners, game 2 of this weekend series. First pitch is straight ahead.
Baseball on Root Sports is brought to you by Banner Bank. Better ideas, better banking. By CenturyLink, a different kind of communications company. CenturyLink, your link to what's next. And by the Emerald Queen Casino, where there's a world of dining opportunities from gourmet Asian cuisine to the legendary seafood buffet. We are just about ready for first pitch here between the Mariners and the Twins. Hi, everybody. Angie Menting here at the Ford Sports Desk, and many, like myself, started off the day across the street. It's the Seattle version of a doubleheader. First the Sounders and then your Seattle Mariners. The Sounders, by the way, 10-0-1 when scoring first. That's the MLS's best record when scoring first. No one scored in the first half today between the Sounders and the Vancouver Whitecaps, but in the 64th minute, after coming off the bench just 2 minutes earlier, that's Freddie Montero gathering the loose ball and getting enough of it for his 8th goal of the season. And just to be sure, in the 87th minute, Osvaldo Alonso to Brad Evans up the right side. He crosses to Eddie Johnson for the tap-in. 2-0. The Sounders win it. And in the process, they move to 3 points in front of the Vancouver Whitecaps and in third in the West. All right. Again, just about set for first pitch here between the Mariners and the Twins. And just a second ago, Bob Walcott made his way out to the mound. The hero for Game 1 of the ALCS back in '95. Oh, my goodness gracious. The best first pitch we've had all season long. Folks, he has still got it. We'll see if Jason Vargas has it tonight. We sure hope so. First pitch coming up next year on Root Sports.
If you're a sports fan here in Seattle, this is a great place to be. You had soccer action. Look at the fans pouring out of CenturyLink Field, and a lot of them coming right across the street to Safeco Field, where tonight Major League Baseball on tap. Game 2 of a 3-game series. It's the Mariners taking on the Minnesota Twins. Welcome, everybody, to Mariners Baseball here on Root Sports. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers with you. Cloudy evening, but very comfortable here in Seattle. Let's take a quick look at the Minnesota batting order that will face Jason Vargas.
It's the middle of the lineup. You need to be concerned about Joe Mauer hitting .322. Then it's Josh Willingham, a home run in last night's game. 31 home runs on the season. Morneau finally healthy, back in the lineup for the Twins. Oaks Lake product, Ryan Doman. He will hit 6, 291 average, and Pedro Florimon will round out the 9 for the Twins. Jason Vargas pitched well this year. 3.56 ERA, 169 and third, well on his way to 200 innings this year, 107 strikeouts on the season.
First pitch popped up, out of play. We start right on time at 6:10. And 67 degrees. Very nice. Big drop from last night's 79. Mariners won that ball game. Here's Vargas. Next pitch outside. Vargas, good numbers here at home. 4-3, a 2.63 ERA. 9-5 on the road, but the ERA is 4.25. 1-1. Here's what Vargas has done. He's been sensational, as we mentioned, over his last 9 starts. A 1.88 ERA. Opponent's hitting just 210. Slow roller. Actually can't get it. Base hit by Carroll.
Hey, look at the rest of the defense after the diving effort from Ackley. In the outfield, Trayvon Robinson getting the start in left field. Saunders in center. Casper Wells will get the start against the left-hander. He is in right. Seager at third. Ryan Ackley playing up the middle. Justin Smoke, recently recalled, is at first base, and Jesus Montero will do the catching tonight. Take a look at what Vargas did against the Angels on Sunday. 8 1/3 innings, 7 hits, 1 run. It was earned. Only took him 96 pitches to work through 8 1/3.
Very impressive as he pours in a strike to Darren Mastriani, center fielder who led off last night, 2-hole tonight. Jamie Carroll, who led off this ball game, he batted 8th last night. So Ron Gardenhire shuffling things up a little bit. Right into Montero's glove for a strike. 0-2.
That's an average fastball for Jason Vargas. He'll be anywhere from 88 to 90 miles an hour. Take a look at what he's done at home this year compared to his road games. 4-3 record, but a 2.63 ERA pitching here at Safeco Field.
Bounces in there, gets away from Montero. Down to second is Carroll. Wild pitch. Vargas' 5th wild pitch this season. Going to 1-2 count. Punches this one. Ryan will take care of it. 1 out. Mariners went 5-3 last night. Iwakuma picks up the win. They go 4-3. Nick Blackburn the loss. Vargas, as we mentioned in that stretch, 6-1 in his last 9 starts. Wins at Oakland, at Kansas City, at Tampa Bay. Beat Kansas City and Toronto here at Safeco Field. And the other win was the win that Mike talked about at Anaheim. His loss was at Baltimore. Joe Mauer, tough hitter.
Well, for Vargas, he's looking to get his 14th win.
How about that, huh?
Yeah, he'll still get a couple more starts here in August, and then you have the whole month of September. If he wins tonight, 14 wins on the season he's looking forward to. So he has a chance to put up some big numbers at the end of this year.
No, I'm not one of the ones who thought he would be able to put up this kind of number. I thought he'd be good for the Mariners, but I didn't expect him to be this stellar.
Well, I think the thing that you know about Vargas is you figured he was going to give you 200 innings. He's proven that he can do that. I think he felt like he was going to keep you in the majority of the games, and he certainly has done that. But his fall off in the second half is something that's been an unknown, Dave. And you never know when a guy is going to turn that corner. Good strike on the outside corner there. But when they're going to turn that corner, I think Jason has. You look at him and what he has done here in the second half. Again, American League pitcher of the month of July, and this just rolled on into August. I think he surprised a lot of people. Look at his first half numbers compared to the second half.
Joe Mauer, 3rd leading hitter in the American League at .322, trailing Mike Trout. And Miguel Cabrera fouled it off. 2 tough guys right here. Mauer in the 3-hole, Willingham in the 4-hole. Willingham 31 home runs, tied for second, third in RBIs.
Morneau after him, so that's a tough group of guys to get through. Mauer is just so difficult to pitch to. You just saw the graphic of him on the tracer, and pitches inside and outside. You have to mix it up on him. You can't stay in an area because he'll use the entire field.
1-2 pitch. Jamie Carroll down at second, 1 out. Two and two. St. Paul product. The All-American kid, All-American quarterback, was slated to join Bobby Bowden at Florida State. Chose to play baseball. What a choice. 3-time batting champion and MVP. Give a 2-2 count.
Another good pitch from Vargas. Again, mixing things up. The pitch before, well off the plate away, and that one back in there. It is the 6th pitch in this at bat, back on the inside corner, ties him up.
Vargas in 6 previous starts against the Twins, 2-1, 4.02 ERA. Here in Seattle, 1-1 record at 2.79. 2-2. Off-speed pitch hit to Ryan. He'll get the out at first. 2 down. Carroll takes third. And brings up Josh Willingham. Willingham 1 for 4 last night. He followed Mauer's home run in the 8th. One of his own. He's in 31 homers, 89 runs batted in. The scary thing, Mikey, coming to this at bat, you look at the personal matchups, he's 0 for 14 against Jason Vargas.
Yeah, he's having a little bit different kind of year this year, though, with the 31 home runs.
Correct. Down low, ball 1.
Batting average against Jason lefty righty is pretty close, 235 to 245. But I think the biggest difference is the home runs. He's given up 20 home runs to right-handed hitters this year, so he's going to be careful here. First base is open. No bargain on deck with Morneau, but he is a left-handed hitter.
Vargas 26 homers, just 6 here at spacious Safeco Field. 2-0.
And Josh Willingham 1 for 4 last night, but the one hit was a home run. Hit it out into the pen.
Reno.
Hey, look at the home run. This is off of Stephen Pryor. Turned around 97 miles an hour for his 31st home run of the season.
Personal best for Willingham. The 3-0 count here. It's in the outside front, called by DJ Rayburn. Home plate umpire Phil Cuzzy at first, Manny Gonzalez at second, and Jerry Davis at third. Three and 1. Walked it.
No surprise to see a changeup. Wasn't going to give in to Willingham.
So runners at the corners. Justin Morneau will stand in.
The bad part is right now Jason's thrown 20 pitches, 11 of them for strikes. So his pitch count jumping up on him here in the first inning. He'll need a quick inning along the way. He typically finds a way, though. Again, he's been pitching deep into games. 170 innings pitched for him so far this year.
There wasn't a lot of burgers here. If it looks a little hazy, that's why. Smoke coming towards home plate. Ball 1 to Morneau. Two outs, runners at the corners for Morneau.
Watching Jason work here, I think he looked at this lineup, and these are the 3 guys, Mauer, Willingham, and Morneau, he thought he had to be careful with, and he certainly is doing that. Pitching off the edges of the plate.
2-0.
Last pitch It was a strike. It was right on the outside corner, though. If he makes his mistakes, he wants to miss off the plate.
Morneau from suburban Vancouver. That pitch on the outside corner, 2-2. Morneau stepping back.
He didn't like it. Thought that pitch was off the plate away. Were you the tracer? Maybe a little bit.
Deuce is wild here in the first inning. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners at the corners. Reaches out, going to dunk one in. Base hit. Carroll scores. Going to third. Here's the throw by Robinson. It is not in time. Back to first goes Morneau as Willingham makes his way to third. And the Twins break on top 1-0. RBI for Morneau is 59th.
Well, this is the reason why it's good for the Twins to have him back in the lineup, one of their big RBI guys. You can see that pitch actually a little bit further off the plate than the last one that was called a strike. Doesn't try to do too much with it, just dumps it into the outfield. Pick up an RBI. Again, Vargas now 25 pitches here in the first inning.
Brings up Ryan Doumit, 6th hitter here in the first inning. Strike one. Vargas trying to limit the damage here. Slow roller. Seager off balance throw. Did he get him? He does. Nice play. So Ryan Doumit is retired. Twins strike first. They get a run on a couple of hits and leave a couple 1-0 with the Mariners coming to bat. Well, good defense been a hallmark of this Mariner Ball Club this year here in 2012, and Kyle Seager gets it done here to get the final out of the first inning and holding the Twins to just 1 run. Let's take a look at the Mariner batting order that will face the leading winner for Minnesota, Scott Diamond.
Nice starting lineups brought to you by Chevron. Leading things off, it'll be Dustin Ackley. Trayvon Robinson moves up to hit second. Jesus Montero. See what he's done against lefties this year. .352 average with 6 home runs. Olivo with his 9th home run last night. Seager smoked. Wells getting a start because of the lefty. He will hit 7. Saunders and Ryan to round out the 9-4 Seattle.
Diamond first pitch to Ackley. In there for strike 1.
Diamond over the top left-hander. Fastball will be 88 to 91 miles an hour. We'll use a changeup and 12-6 curveball. Only 18 walks on the season for Diamond. He's not a big strikeout guy, but he won't walk batters either. In 121 innings, he has 18 walks.
Guelph, Ontario, working from the extreme third base side of the rubber. Bouncing the ball down to the second baseman, Carroll. 1 out.
And the defense for the Minnesota Twins tonight in the outfield. You have Doman in left field, Mastriani in center, Carson your right fielder, and on the infield, Trevor Plouffe taking things over at third base for the Twins. Florimon just called up. He will be the shortstop. Morneau back at first, and Mauer will do the catching tonight. On the season for Scott Diamond, a 2.97 ERA, 10 wins on the year, so he's been the one bright spot in the rotation for Minnesota with all the struggles that they have had.
Here's Trayvon Robinson batting in a 2-hole for the 3rd time this season. Generally, he's batting 6th, 7th, or 8th.
250 in the 13 games that he has played.
Good night last night. 2 for 4 with a run scored. Hit it hard and right to the shortstop. Foreman throws him out. 2 down.
Young man looks like he has a strong arm.
Yes, indeed. We'll bring up Jesus Montero. This is the only Mariner lineup that's previously faced Scott Diamond. Is 1 for 2 against him. Jesus out working with Jeff Datz, coaching specialist and / third base coach, and Jason Phillips, the bullpen catcher, working on his throws down the second base. Pretty good drill before batting practice started. Had some strong, accurate throws and good timing as well. There's Jason. He had the stopwatch on Montero, 1.8 seconds. He was pleased with that. Bouncing ball, backhanded nicely by Plouffe. 7-pitch first inning for Scott Diamond. 1-2-3 go the Mariners. Twins lead it 1-0 on a Morneau RBI. King of the Mountain, your kids can be king of the playground when they pick up a cool Felix Hernandez t-shirt tomorrow against these Twins at 1:10. It's all part of Boeing Salute to Kids Day here at Safeco Field. And what's more, following the game, all kids, come on down, take a trip around the Safeco Field base paths. For tickets, go to Mariners.com and come on down. There's Felix with Sashi Iwakuma.
Typically in between starts, having a good time.
They threw a bullpen earlier today. Went well. Everybody loose. Trevor Plouffe popped up. Smoke taking a look. Yes, made the play. Well done.
Justin's played really good defense this year. He finds the railing, knows where it's at, puts his hand out there, and makes the catch. So many times you see guys that'll run into the railing and end up missing a ball that maybe they'd have a play on.
I think a lot of guys went to school in the Brett Lawrie played Yankee Stadium. take your time. Like you said,
Well,
feel for the rail.
You have to bust over there, and then when you get close to it, take your time from that point forward. But the key is you have to take off right away and get there so you can give yourself a chance to protect yourself and make the play, which is the most important thing.
Matt Carson, the right fielder. Called up yesterday from AAA Rochester, Minnesota, 1 for 4.
That's the funny thing about this game. You're talking about Laurie, and I think if you talk to all managers, when they have their regulars out there, I think that they would give up on that play as opposed to having their guys go into a camera well or into the stands.
Amen. Drive deep to left. Robinson track makes the catch.
But the players typically don't have that in them, Dave. They don't think that way. They have a chance to make a play, they're going to go after it, which is what you really want.
Yeah, well, it's just like what Trayvon said after the Felix perfecto the other day. I was ready to run through a wall for that guy. He deserved it. And boy, I tell you what, conviction being a big word around here, I was convinced.
Yeah.
I mean, he was. I mean, he looked at me and he says, "Hey, man, I'm going through a wall." Pedro Florimon, the shortstop.
Fortunately, they didn't hit the ball hard enough to where anybody had to worry about it.
That's right. Michael Saunders probably could have had a rocking chair in center field. Don't need more than a rocking chair here. Track this one down. Tried to barehand it. Foreman can fly. Had to play in front of him all the way. An easy triple. Ball was slicing away from Saunders. So first hit up in the big leagues for Florimon.
It's probably going to be at least a double with his speed. But you see this line drive. It's slicing away from Michael, and he'll reach out and try to grab it with his bare hand. And then he ends up kicking it on the deflection. And after that, it ended up being a triple instead of a double. But extra bases either way.
First hit by Florimon here with the Twins, previously with Baltimore. And trying for a cup of coffee last year. Back to the top of the order. Carroll played for Eric Wedge in Cleveland. Back with a strike, 1-2. Good job by Vargas, just giving up the 1 run in the first inning. Stranded 2 runners with 2 outs. Missed by much, 2-2. Twins have lost 3 consecutive ball games in 7 of their last 8. Full count. On deck is Darren Mastriani. Meanwhile, the Mariners have won 3 games in a row. 10 of the last 11 at home. They've won 6 of the last 9 series they've played. And as we mentioned, since May 18th, playing 500 ball. 3-2. Swing. Miss. There's that good changeup. That'll do it as Vargas gets a big third out with a runner at third base. When we get back, Olivo, Seager, and Smoke here at Safeco Field. And he's good friends with Ron Coomer, the Coom Dog. He's played for the Twins, broadcaster on TV for Minnesota. Got the batting helmet and everything. He was in the Twins clubhouse, and he comes out with Ryan Domit's batting helmet. Not bad. Good swag day for Eddie Vedder.
Sure, he would have walked out of there with any piece of equipment he wanted. I was watching him when he was down on the warning track during batting practice. I think just about every Twin came over to talk to him and get a picture taken. Yeah,
very cool.
It was cool.
Miguel Olivo leads off. Biggie 2 for 4 last night. First pitch off of Nick Blackburn, homered leading off the second. Home run number 9 for Miguel. This one popped up. Let me get out of play. Talking to Eric Wedge, said they weren't super familiar with Blackburn. One of those things we'll have to adjust on the fly. Yeah, you get the scouting report. You know, you've been through
on Diamond.
Before. On Diamond, right?
Yeah,
That's
Diamond.
on Diamond.
Yeah.
Oldham. Here's Maurer. Throw it down to Morneau. 1 out. First strikeout. Check out our Sterling Bank. Nobody works harder for you. We got a new phenomenon on our hands, folks. It's called Felixing. Check it out. And the guy's practicing before the game. Nice. They'll take off on the Captain Morgan. I like it. Freddie Montero scored the first goal for the Sounders today. 63rd minute and a 2-0 win over Vancouver. What did he do? He did a Felixing. Saw the ball girls doing it before the game.
I saw the picture of that up on the big screen here. It was great.
Wasn't that great?
Yeah.
Gonna wipe Tebowing off the map. Kyle Seager. 2-0 count. To Seager.
He doesn't quite have the fastball of Cliff Lee, but you can see the left-hander out there. His delivery is pretty close to Cliff Lee, right over the top. Likes to throw strikes. Again, just 18 walks on the season.
Back with a strike. Scott Diamond came over as a Rule 5 pick in December 2010. Started his career with the Atlanta organization. First big league win last August against the White Sox. Drive to deep center field. Going back, Mastriani on the track, and he makes the catch. Good ride for Seager. Needed about 408. He hit it 403.
Good fastball, middle of the plate. Gives it a ride. Now you're right, a step short of hitting the fence.
Two down. Did sound good coming off the bat, too, didn't it? Here's Smoke, 2 outs. 5 up, 5 down by Diamond.
Oh, Jace will give him a high five in the dugout after that at bat. I guarantee you there's some reference to eating your Wheaties.
How about this? Good night for Eddie Vedder. Just got a ball there, too. Guy in a white hat. He got muscled up and a guy in a white hat. This one, a little looper that Morneau will put away. And Scott Diamond. How about this? The glove. Didn't even. I never got a hand on it. I deflected it. And Eddie Vedder was right there. Could have been a contender. And to celebrate pitching perfection next Tuesday, the Mariners will expand the Kings Court and turn Safeco Field into the Supreme Court as Felix Hernandez takes the mound against the Indians. The first 34,000 fans are going to get a Yellow King of Perfection t-shirt and a commemorative cake card with special prices as low as $10 on the view level and $30 on the main level. Be part of the Supreme Court. Cheer on Felix. First start since the Perfecto. And make sure you get your tickets. Get them right now, Mariners.com. Mastriani, Mauer, and Willingham, 2-3-4 against Jason Vargas. Off the end of the bat. Vargas takes care of it, 1 out.
Jason looking for a low pitch inning. Throw a lot of pitches in the first. Look at the last swing off the end of the bat. You could hear his bat just splinter up here in the booth. Jason, a good fielding pitcher, no problem. .41 pitches, 25 strikes for Jason.
Here's Mauer, second time around, grounded out to short. Strike one. Mauer leading the American League in on-base percentage as well, .416. Willingham's 10th. As we mentioned, Mauer third in hitting behind Trout and Cabrera. Batting average in the AL. Ackley ranges to his left for out number 2. I'll bring up Josh Willingham. Walked his first time. Took third on the RBI single by Morneau in the first inning. The Pen, Saturday night, pleasant temperatures. Yep, it's jamming out there. Good to see all the folks out there taking in some Mariner baseball. It's a view that they see. The center fielders really catch it sometimes, right?
They have to. I can't even imagine.
I mean, first, you know, the visiting team center fielder is going to get worn out, but looking in the view sometimes you can see how at this time of night too, lose a couple of balls in the shirts and everything. So it gives you an idea what the center fielder's looking at.
It can be tough. Probably another, well, I don't know, half an hour or so is when it's going to get tough on him.
Pitch off speed off him, 1 and 2. Willingham with the Athletics last year, native of Mississippi. 14 home runs, and he pops this one up. It's playable. Seager's got it. Great inning. 1, 2, 3. Thrown by Jason Vargas in the third. Mariners looking for their first hit. Bottom third of the order coming up when we return. 1-0 Twins. Early on here at Safeco Field. Time for our AT&T trivia question. Which former Mariner pitcher started consecutive no-hitters in the minor leagues? John Alama, Bill Swift, Ryan Franklin, Jim Converse. I have no clue. I'm just going to go D, Jim Converse, and just take a shot.
I was actually leaning that way, but I'll switch it up. I'll go with Bill Swift.
All right. 733-733. Text in your answer. Here's Casper Wells joining us, and former Mariner pitcher Bob Wolcott joins us here. You had maybe the best first pitch of the
season. I would agree.
Well done.
It was.
Well done.
Thanks.
Get Jack Zarenzik out here. Maybe you make a comeback here. How you doing? What's up with Bob Wolcott in life these days?
Oh, just running a machining business and riding my bike. Do a lot of bike riding.
Where do you live? You live in the general area here?
Yeah. No, I live down in Newburgh, just a little south of Portland, so not too far away.
For you. So how much mileage you putting on? You look like you're in great shape.
I have 4 buddies that I ride with.
Right.
Andy Levine, Mark Passmore, Nick Gilbert, and Nick Wiarda. And we probably put in about 200 miles a week.
Good for you.
On a road bike.
Wow.
Very nice.
That's why you still have the good fastball, Bob.
Yeah.
It was pretty good.
And how's the machine business? How's that working out for you?
It's a lot of fun. It's a challenge. Just super busy. But it's going well.
Okay. Let's get to it. Let's talk about the one game against Cleveland.
Back up the middle goes Michael Saunders. That's a good sign.
I don't think I've ever been more nervous for a pitcher that I barely knew at all in my life than when you showed up for that game. What were you thinking about?
Well, I wasn't that nervous before taking the mound, but not being able to throw a strike it's just terrifying, especially in that situation.
Well, against that lineup even.
Yeah. I mean, so that was tough. And I wasn't missing by much, but, man, after the third guy, I was just like,
then you got
to throw a strike here.
Bell, Murray, and Tomey.
Yeah, playoffs in '95, and Bob came out and walked the bases loaded, and we were all thinking this is going to be a long day. And then he had to get through the tough part of the lineup.
Yep.
And then what happened after that? Who came out? Did Luke come out after the third walk or before the third walk?
I think he came out after the second. But
what did he say
to you? It's such a blur. He said, I don't care if we lose 11-0. We just need to get some innings out of you.
Did that relax you at all?
It did. I mean, it was a breather that I needed.
Yeah.
He gave me a break and kind of let me settle down.
And then you worked your way out of it and pitched a great game.
Yeah, I got some great defense. I mean, Joey, if he hadn't made that diver, would have been a whole different story.
But he did.
So, yeah, after that inning, I was like, it's a new game. Start over.
Yeah. I also found out today that you spent some time in Japan.
I did.
What were you doing over there? Where were you at?
I played in Osaka with the Kintetsu Buffaloes.
Oh. I was in Osaka. I was with the Hanshin Tigers.
Okay.
Yeah, my last year. That's where I played. Did you enjoy the experience?
It was tough.
Yeah, it is. I agree. It's a big change.
Yeah, there's a huge language barrier, and the culture is just completely different. So it took a lot of adjustment.
Were you over there for one season?
Just one, yeah.
Yeah.
In the picture where Junior scores the run, there's a great shot. There's Saunders taking off and right through close. Saunders is going to get the third. And the Mariners in business with 1 out, runners at the corners. The Junior scores that run. It's a great picture. Guys coming out of the dugout, and you had some serious hops. You were way up in the air. I don't know if you remember that. I'm sure you have the picture.
Yeah, I mean, that pretty much sums up how much energy and tension there was during that play. I mean, anybody that was there can attest. I mean, you're seeing Griffey round third and the ball coming in from left field, and it's just like,
Both of you guys are leading the charge coming out of that dugout.
Well,
That's
he
a
was
great
flying
shot.
too.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun to watch that, and we had the best seat in the house, didn't we?
Oh yeah. It was incredible.
Mariners trying to capitalize here. 1 out, runners at the corners. Here's Ackley. And he looks at ball one.
When did you leave the Mariners system? When were you out of here?
I was picked up in '98 by the Diamondbacks in the expansion draft.
Right.
So I went down there.
And how'd that go?
It went okay. I mean, I didn't get the opportunities that I did here in Seattle. And the opportunities that I did get, I didn't make the most of. So it didn't work out as well as I had hoped, but it was a different atmosphere, you know, a new beginning. So it was kind of interesting.
Did you originally sign with Seattle?
Yeah.
Yeah. That always makes it tough, too. That first change is always difficult, I think, too. Because you're just so familiar with everybody, and all of a sudden it's something new.
Right. Yeah, with Seattle, I was familiar with the team from bottom to top. I mean, starting at the lowest level in the minors.
Exactly, finding a hole right side. Ryan digging for third. Here's the throw to third. It is in time. Got him. Matt Carson with an outstanding throw. And an RBI by Ackley. Mariners tie the score at 1-1. Ackley's 41st RBI.
Well, it's a sharp base hit into right field. Actually, a pretty good breaking ball off the plate away as Ackley hooks it into the corner, and a strong throw by Carson right on the money to get Brendan Ryan for the second out of the inning.
The runner at first. Nice throw by young Matt Carson to Trevor Plouffe to get Ryan at third for the second out. Here's Robinson. 2 down. Grounded out the short his first time. Speed pitch, strike one. But you got to live the dream, Bob. I mean, you got to play, 4 or 5 years in the big leagues?
It was just under 3.
Just under 3?
But yeah, it was worth every minute. I mean, it was fantastic. And the guys I got to play with, I mean, it was something else.
Yeah, it's that's what I tell people all the time. It's great to get the opportunity to play here and live a dream, but the guys and having those experiences is the most important part of it.
Right.
Got any bike recommendations? One, I know Joe Madden, the Rays manager, he's a big bike rider. He has a folding bike that he takes with him all around the country.
Yeah, those are pretty handy. Yeah, I just bought a new Specialized, so that's what I went with, and I can't wait for it to show up.
There you go. Now, I understand you went back to Oregon State to pick up your engineering degree?
I did.
Coming back as a pro after playing in the big leagues, now you're going back to college campus. That's a big transition for you as well.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it, though. I mean, I was motivated. I was there for a purpose. You know, I really wanted to kind of be in control of my future and my career, so I worked hard, and I really enjoyed learning. I mean, I loved every minute of it, and it was a challenge.
Did you originally sign out of high school?
I did.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, so I missed college before playing professionally.
Robinson's got an 0-2 count. Ackley at first. Stood back safely. RBI for Ackley is 41st. Swinging the bat pretty well, Mr. Ackley. Got a 4-game hitting streak. And he is now 5 for his last 15.
You get a chance to watch much? You still watch the game or?
Not really.
Not much.
I watched more when some of my friends were still on the team, like Raul Ibanez and Jamie Moyer.
Right.
It was, if I was surfing the channels, I'd stop and root them on.
Yeah. Good.
Well, as you know, Raul's still playing.
Yeah.
Platoon player doing really well. We've seen him plenty of Raul this year.
Yeah.
Done some damage against the Mariners. And we saw Jamie Moyer in spring training. Trayvon Robinson's got an 0-2 count. Pitch outside, 1-2.
What did you do after the season was over in '95? You didn't go to winter ball or anything, did you? Because you were still really young at that point.
Yeah, I had pitched a lot that year. I had a lot of innings, and so I just, from a baseball standpoint, just rested.
Yeah.
Did a lot of fishing. And just,
that sounds pretty good.
Just hung out and relaxed.
Jimmy Carroll throws out Robinson, then will do it. Mariners do tied, RBI by Ackley. Bob Wolcott, good to see you, man.
You too.
Congratulations. Great job. Thanks for stopping
pitch.
by. Got a 1-1 ball game, game 2 of this 3-game set. Back to Safeco Field right after this.
have tied it up on a Daston Ackley single. Hi, everybody. Angie Mantink here at the Ford Sports Desk. Dodgers and Braves, two of the teams at the top of the NL Wild Card standings, going at it tonight, and the Dodgers bats explode. Hanley Ramirez starts with a rocket to center field. James Loney follows with a solo shot to right. And Luis Cruz keeps the home run derby going with his own blast deep to left. LA goes back to back to back, and they're hammering the Braves right now, 6-1 in the bottom of the ninth at their Sterling Bank score from around the league. And this game, very important to both these teams, guys.
Indeed. All right, Angie, thank you. Atlanta started the day 4 games ahead of Pittsburgh. They right now occupy the 2 wild card spots. Here's Morneau. Fouls one back. Morneau, Ryan Doumit, and Trevor Plouffe here in the 4th inning. Morneau checking in with an RBI, scoring Minnesota's first run in the opening inning. Good pitch by Vargas. Seager throws him out.
He's starting to get into a groove, isn't he?
Yeah, makes a difference. First inning, a little tough. Couldn't pinpoint everything, and still was able to limit the damage. It could have been a lot worse.
Well, you're right about that, but I think more than anything, he was just being really careful in the first inning when he gave up the 1 run. You can see he's at 50 pitches now. I think he threw 27 pitches in the first inning, so he's getting his pitch count in order again. Pitching here in the 4th, 50 pitches, not too bad.
There's Ryan Doumit, Moses Lake, Washington native. Doumit grounded out to Seager. Pitch, 1-1.
And it was really a nice play by Kyle Seager, having to charge runner on third that would have scored if he wasn't able to make the play. And by coming in, getting rid of the ball quickly, couldn't get much on it. Looked like he had a tough time getting the handle on it, but his footwork was great, so he was able to at least get it going over towards first, and Smoke was able to get it just about a half a step before Doumit hit the bag, so that saved the Mariners a run.
He's been really consistent with that, right?
I think, it's one of the things that is probably one of the more difficult things to learn when you move from second to third, but he's handled it without a problem.
2-1, fouled back, 2-2.
And for Jason, he relies on the defense. He's not an overpowering pitcher. He pitches to contact, so he needs to make guys to make the plays behind him. And this year, nobody's been better in the American League than the Seattle Mariners on the defensive side of things.
Chapper foul. Let's take a look at the CenturyLink high-speed pitch. Diamond at 90, Vargas at 89. Jason's got a 2-2. Swing and a miss. That's strikeout number 2 for Vargas. 2 outs here in the 4th. And done a good job here, Mike, with 4, 5, 6 in a row retired. The Dave Niehaus statue, boy, it looks good. That's a great shot, fellas. Swung on and belted, you bet.
Every night you see fans out there getting pictures taken. And
that was delivered here. It'll be a year, I think, in September. A Hall of Famer. This hit the deep left center field. Long run for Robinson. He is there. Makes the catch. That's coming off the bat of Trevor Plouffe. The 1, 2, 3, and almost swung on and belted. You bet. 1-1 game.
Mariners Baseball on Root Sports is brought to you by River Brothers Brewing, craft brewing in Portland, Oregon since 1984. And by Jack in the Box. Get the All-American Jack Combo with Jack in the Box. It's a no-nonsense burger with fries and a drink for only $4.99 plus tax. Guys?
All right, Angie, thank you. Very comfortable night here at the ballpark. A 1-1 game. Mariners and Twins, game 2 of a 3-game set. Montero, Olivo, and Seager here in the home fourth. Jesus grounded out the third, first time out. Left field. Line drive right to Ryan Domit. One out.
Montero being aggressive in tonight's game, swinging at first pitches. Part of the scouting report, again, with Diamond is he doesn't walk many hitters, so they probably feel that he's going to throw quite a few fastballs early in the count, with not wanting to have to deal with the changeup or the curveball. That'll bring up Olivo. Miguel struck out swinging his first time up. 9 home runs, 24 RBIs for Miguel. Hit his 9th home run in last night's game.
So aggressive. Good to see. Paid off for him. Outside to Miguel, 2-0. Scott Diamond pitched for Team Canada, 2009 World Baseball Classic. 1 relief appearance against Italy. A run on 3 hits. A walk and a strikeout. 3 innings worth. For left field. The work here for Doman. Revisit our trivia question. Which former Mariner pitcher started consecutive no-nos in the minor leagues? I went with Jim Converse. Mike went with Bill Swift. Fans went with John Halama. Survey says Ryan Franklin started a game combined with 2 relievers on a no-hitter and started completed a 7-inning no-hitter in game 1 of a double dip. Halama threw the first perfect game in Pacific Coast League history in 01.
Bob Walcott had it right. We showed the trivia question. He looked at me and he told me C. Franklin.
How about that?
Put him on the board.
Yep. Kyle Seager, 2 down. 3-0 count swinging. Last time up, 1 out, nobody on. Straightaway center field. He took Mastriani about a step away from the fence before he caught it on the track in center field.
Breaking ball out in front of the plate that bounced up and hit Mauer. All the foul tips that we've seen Olivo and Montero and Jaso take this year. I wonder how long he will stay back behind the dish.
Hit hard, but right to Jamie Carroll. Very efficient inning for Scott Diamond, retiring the Mariners in 7 pitches. We'll be back with more. 1-1. He's our scorer. The Valley Skies at Safeco Field.
Today's Tracer Technology is brought to you by the Emerald Queen Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest.
1-1 ball game in the 5th against the Minnesota Twins, their second visit to town. Mariners will be in Minnesota the final week of this month. Matt Carson, Pedro Florman, and Jamie Carroll, 8-9-1. Line drive right field. Tracking is Wells. He's got the good arm. He gets it in and holds Carson to a base hit.
That's just good hitting by Carson. Gets a fastball that's running away from him and just goes with the pitch. Casper able to cut it off and hold him to a single. Vargas had retired 7 in a row.
Florman triple to deep right center. First time up, he can really run. Seager in on the grass at third. Looks at a strike. Foul ball. That's a good wrist, doesn't he?
Well, on that triple, the line drive that he hit to right center. That's a tough gap to try to get a ball to pierce the outfielders out there, and he was able to do that. So for a young man that's lean, the ball jumps off his bat.
Oh, 2 strikes. Twins come into tonight's game 7th in batting, 8th in runs, 7th in hits, 12th in home runs, 5th in doubles. They do run. They've 4th in stolen base, but dead last in ERA.
See what the Twins have done this year. 7th in hitting. Runs per game, 4.5. Puts them in the middle of the pack. Overall, they've done okay, but their starting pitching
killed them.
It really did. Pavano on the DL.
Fly ball right field for Wells. They fit a similar profile as Kansas City. Kansas City can swing and bat, and their pitching's awful as well.
Scott Baker on the DL. Carl Pavano. They had to release Jason Marquis.
1 out man at first, top of the order, Jamie Carroll. Base hit to center field. Scored on a Morneau first inning single and struck out.
We saw Blackburn last night, ERA over 7 at this point in the season. He's really struggled. It hasn't been pretty for him.
6-16 start in April put him in a big hole. Wound up trading Liriano. We'll probably see Liriano in Chicago. He's with the White Sox. Maybe next stop on the Mariners road caravan.
He wasn't pitching well for him either before he was traded. I mean, they just didn't have anybody doing anything.
Strike. 0-2. In the dirt.
Trying to remember the last time I've seen Jason Worked so hard on a runner at first with Carson. He typically one throw over maybe. He changed his timing on his delivery to home, but he's thrown over there a number of times.
Missed with that pitch, 2-2.
Good looking pitch.
Veteran Jamie Carroll, 2-2. Grinded out at bat, full count. On deck, Darren Mastriani. Jamie Carroll, 38 years old. Member of the University of Evansville Athletics Hall of Fame. 3-2, run and go. We go, one out, runner at first. 3-2 pitch. Fly ball. Short right field. Here's Wells for out number 2. Take a look at the Mariners calendar. It's being brought to you by Sleep Country USA. Wrap up the series tomorrow against the Twins, and then the Tribe comes in for the second time this year. Cleveland started today, third place, 11.5 behind Chicago in the Central Division. Travel day next Thursday and go to Chicago for the weekend, and 4 in Minnesota. 3 night games and a day game, and then come home for another long homestand. That'll get us into September. And that homestand, 3 with the Angels, 3 with Boston, 3 with Oakland. Really good coverage from August 31st to September 9th.
Will be another good test for the Mariners.
Oh, still have the Angels have to come here twice. Mariners are 4-2 down there and 0-4 here against the Angels. The Angels will be here in the first of the month and the last 3 games of the season. Matter of fact, in the last, what's that, 1, 2, 3, 6, 9 games, they play the Angels 6 times. Strike, 0-2. Mastriani. Look at the American League West. Texas by 5.5. Angels, tell you what, Tampa Bay's beating up on them the last 2 nights. Well, right now in the bottom of the second, Angels lead at 4-0. Jerry White, former Expo, has to go off his hand. First base coach, third base coach is Scott Alger. Good baseball man, Jerry White. Here's Scotty. Right to Ackley, and that'll do it. So Carson's base hit proves to be harmless. No problem for Vargas in his 1-1 game through 5.
You were looking north up Occidental moments before the Sounders game was finished, and then you just see all those people, and then many of them coming and continuing to come right inside the pen. Hi, everybody. Angie Mentink here at the Ford Sports Desk. Very important to score first in baseball. Mariners have won 21 more games when they've done so. Same thing for the Sounders. They're up 1-0 here. It's when Eddie Johnson extends the Sounders lead in the 87th inning with his team-leading 11th goal. Sounders over Vancouver 2-0, and they improve to 11-0-1 when scoring first. Guys, that's the MLS best.
There you go. All right, Angie, thank you. Justin Smoak, what do you think, Mike? What have you seen since he's come back here? He fouled out to the first baseman, Morneau, first time up.
Yeah, I missed his first game, which he had a good game. And I think for Justin, again, because of his struggles in the first half before getting sent out, it's important for him to get on a decent run. And so far he's been able to check in with a couple of base hits, maybe mix in a walk, but you can see he was jammed on this last time up in on his hands, and that was part of the problem earlier on. He has to get him back out over the plate like that.
Off the glove of Bluth. Smoak rounding. He's going to dig for two, and he's going to get there standing up.
Most big league hitters, they have weaknesses, and I think for Justin, his strength, and you have to remember what your strengths are. His strengths are out over the plate. Whether he's swinging right-handed or left-handed, and that pitch out over the plate, he hits it hard by the third baseman. And I think that's where he needs to zone up. Not worry so much about the pitch inside. Maybe take it more and just stay out there, because Justin seems to have better success on pitches out over the plate. One solid double for him down the line.
Lead run aboard. Casper Wells flied out to left first time. He's looking to come through. It's been a fairly significant dry spell for him. He's 0 for his last 11.
Well, this is a situation which basically got him started when we were in New York, Dave, and that is trying to hit the ball to the right side. In New York, he was trying to do that. He ended up hitting a home run into the seats. It was off the right field foul pole. Let's see him get back to that. Sometimes the game and the situation can help you get back to your solid fundamentals and your base of where you were at when he was hot when he first came back. There was a lot of that going on with Casper. Sometimes you get into these situations, team baseball, you want to hit it to the right side, and maybe that'll help him here, get him going again.
Hasn't played since last Tuesday. Got a 2-0 count. Mastroianni plays a very shallow center field. There's a strike, 2-1.
44 pitches for Diamond.
Smoak not a fast runner. He's at second. Nobody out. To left field. And taken care of by Ryan Doumit. Back to second goes Smoak. One out will bring up Michael Saunders. Trading deadline may have come and gone, but there's still some exchanges to be made right here at Safeco Field this month. Tuesday, Mariners trading card night. Thanks to Panasonic. King Felix and the Mariners take on the Indians at 7:10. First 15,000 fans take home a partial set of Mariner baseball cards meant to be swapped with fellow fans. Your ticket to Mariners trading card night. It's available right now. Go get it. Mariners.com. Saunders with a base hit to center. Scored on the RBI by Ackley in the third. Eric Wedge pretty pleased with Saunders. Starting to come out of it again. You and I have been talking about it.
Yeah.
Instead of getting pull crazy, starting to use go to left, go to center.
Solid base hit his first time up and scored a run. I had some people ask me about Michael, or concerns or whatever, because his average hit dips. He'd been right around 260 all year, and he's one of the ones where I really wasn't, because he was in that mode of you see guys, even veteran hitters will do the same thing where they start pulling the ball a little bit, front side flying. I felt like Michael would get back to it. It looks like he's starting to. You can see him even right there trying to inside out that pitch. So he's been working hard trying to get it back to where he was at. He has so much pop the other way and can drive the ball into the gap. You see the swing right here, pitch middle in, inside out swing, trying to force it back up the middle. That's a better approach for him.
Got a 1-2 count. Down low, 2-2. Minnesota struck first in the first inning. It was a 2-out RBI by Justin Morneau. Third inning, a 1-out RBI by Ackley. One on 4 hits for both teams. Pulls that one. Second baseman Carroll throws out Saunders down to third. Goes Smoke. So 2 outs. See if Ryan can come up with a big 2-out ribby here. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners. May not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. Ryan with a base hit to left, first time. With that base hit, Brendan Ryan broken 0 for 6. Is that a play? The bat went flying again?
Yeah.
He's got to be the club leader in that category.
I would agree. We'll take a look at the swing. That's a good pitch to hit. Little breaking ball in the middle of the plate.
Look at his face. Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait to see him.
I'd like to tell you what he was thinking about, but I have no idea.
Awesome. 0-1. An idea how valuable he is. Remember, at the elbow problem, missed those 4 games. Mariners lost all 4. Most recent road trip. 1-1 count. 2-1. Oh, lead run at third base. This one fouled off. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Brendan Ryan. Rhino 0 for 3. Did have a sacrifice last night, the 6th.
And clearly trying to get him out with pitches away. Really haven't seen him pitch inside much. A couple of fastballs. Justin Smoke has been about it. One to Saunders that I can think of. And he's trying to pitch away.
2-2, 2 outs, runner at third. He did go. This is plate umpire DJ Rayburn. Bauer throws down, and that'll do it. So the Mariners get a runner to third, no farther. 1-1 game. time now for the Banner Bank Building to the Future. How about first baseman Rich Poitras? Jackson Generals. Last night, what a night. 5 for 7, a double, a triple, a game-winning RBI. Getting it done over his last 10. 9 ribbies. Just under 400, 4 doubles. Good stuff. A little difference from when we had first pitch back at 6:10 Pacific time. A little more blue. Temperature dropping a little bit, but tell you what, it's a respite from the 90-degree temperatures, which we had here in Seattle the last couple of days. And tomorrow, good weather forecast, in fact, for the remainder of the homestand. Get Joe Mauer to lead off. Mauer, Willingham, and Morneau, 3, 4, and 5 for the Twins.
Great opportunity for the Mariners after the leadoff double from Smoke to try to figure out a way to get a run in and left them stranded. And we haven't seen a lot of Scott Diamond, but he pitched well coming into the game. 10-game winner so far, an ERA of 2.97. Take advantage of those situations, especially with the way Jason has settled down in his pitching.
1-1 to Mauer. Just off the plate. Forecast calling for 75 degrees and sunny tomorrow afternoon for our 1:10 start finale of this series.
55% fastballs for Jason. That's about average, I would say, for him.
It's best to stay away from Mauer. Show a couple of ground outs, 1 to short, 1 to second.
This is the tough part of the lineup. You have Mauer, Willingham, and Morneau. Doman after that, all of them having good years. Stay in this ballgame in a 1-1 tie.
Off the fist, popped it up with foul.
Pitch off the plate. Able to get Mauer to chase it.
Outfield swung around towards left for Mauer. Paying off right here. Montero.
Almost an identical pitch to the one right before that he fouled off. There you go. 5 and 6. They're in the same area, trying to stay in on his hands.
3-2. Saunders hitting play just right. One out. Tomorrow we relive the perfect game performance by Felix Hernandez in a special edition of Mariners All Access. We're going to hear from the King just moments after the final out, discovering when Felix, his coaches and teammates knew something was special in the cards. All this and more tomorrow at noon here on Root Sports. And don't forget, next Tuesday, Supreme Court Day. We're going to get new King's Court t-shirts as Willingham is retired easily. Quick 2 outs. Willingham will walk. 0 for 2 on the night.
82 pitches for Jason. First pitch strikes, 22 batters faced, 14 first pitch strikes for Jason.
Strike 1 to Justin Morneau. RBI single to the left. First inning, and a ground out to third. That was in the 4th.
Hit a good pitch, too. Good 2-3 inches off the plate away. Dumped it into left field.
Two and 1. Two balls and 2 strikes to Justin Morneau.
Hasn't thought about coming inside on him, just staying away. I think he's happy. If he wants to hit a single to left field, I think he's happy about that.
Yes, indeed. 2-2. Reached out and pulled it. Vargas Boats it. Oh, geez, and he won.
He looked like he was trying to flip that with his glove.
Yep.
Didn't get enough of it, and then tried again to flip it with his bare hand, I think. Take a look at it. See if he tries to flip this. Yep, he's going to try to go with the glove flip. Doesn't come up with it, and then try to grab it with his bare hand. Plenty of time to backhand that and just flip it to first.
It's the old, if I have it to do it over again.
Yeah, they'll give him an error on that one.
Count on it. Keeps the inning going. Here's Ryan Doumit. Seager made a nice play on him in the first to throw him out, and then Vargas struck out Doumit in the fourth inning. That will get out of play. Time call. Switch hitter Doumit 0-1. Swing and a miss. Boy, good change of speed there by Mr. Vargas. 0-2.
79 miles an hour. Sells it with his arm speed.
Two. Very defensive swing there.
Both those off-speed pitches in great locations, because as a hitter it looks like they're going to be in the strike zone. By the time you try to attack, you can see they're right at the bottom. All he's going to do with that is hit it on the ground somewhere if he hits it at all.
Doumit in his first year after many with the Pirates. Ryan stays with it. Oh, just pulled him off the bag. Did a heck of a job to get to it, and a nice job by Ackley to get there, so everybody's safe. A base hit for Doumit, and 2 men are on with 2 outs.
Looked like it was headed up the middle, but it hooks back to Brendan, and he catches it right here, fumbles it, tries to get rid of it quickly, and pulls Ackley off the base. Be an infield hit for Doumit. They still have to work out of some trouble. Now the Twins 1 for 5 with runners in scoring position so far tonight.
They were 1 for 6 last night in that category. The Mariners are 3 for 9. Mariners win last night 5-3. He's trying to keep it a 1-1 game. He's got Trevor Plouffe, who's fouled out the first and fly to left. Break one.
Pitch count climbing up to 92 pitches here in the 6th.
21,154 on hand. That pitch outside, 1-1. Off-speed pitch hit down to Ryan. There's Ackley, and Vargas made an error himself in this inning, allowed 1 hit. Strands 2. Game remains tied at 1-1.
Seattle Mariners baseball on Road Sports is brought to you by Northern Quest Casino, Spokane's newest destination resort, and by Ford. We are local. David Meyer, back upstairs.
Angie, thank you. Looking for some offense here. Why not? Top of the order for the Mariners. Dustin Ackley's going to lead it off. Trayvon Robinson, Jesus Montero against Scott Diamond. Strike one, Ackley. Drove in the Mariners' only run. One out in the third inning. Diamond 10 and 5 at 2.97 here, right? This one popped up. Giving a look is Mauer. Right.
How about Jason Vargas and his pitch count getting up there on him? That's the furthest thing from Scott Diamond. Just 57 pitches working here in the bottom of the sixth inning. Mariners have tried to be aggressive with him tonight, and it hasn't worked out for him.
Diamond recently threw his first complete game. Big league career, beating Cleveland back on July 27th. Way upstairs, 2-2. Mariners looking for their fourth consecutive win. 110 in the last 11 here at home. 2-2. Morneau takes it. Safe. That's what I thought. Already had his shot. We've seen Ackley do this. He's got great closing speed. Ron Gardenhire not running as fast as he used to coming out. And he's got a problem with the call by first base umpire Phil Cuzzi.
It looked like Scott Diamond slowed up as he was getting closer to the base, and that's what gave Ackley the chance to close the ground and catch up and beat this out. Morneau had to take a step back. He can see what's going on in front of him. Ooh. Take another look at it, see if his foot gets down before Ackley's.
Ooh, boy, that is close. That angle really a little more definitive than the first one. Here's an even better one.
The Mariners maybe catch a break.
Yep.
An infield base hit for Dustin Ackley.
It's 2 hits tonight for him.
More importantly, it's a leadoff base hit.
You know
Got Trayvon Robinson hitting second tonight. He'll come up. You have a chance to bunt him around if they want to. Maybe a hit and run. Diamond has been around the strike zone.
Robinson has one sacrifice bunt since his recall.
Trevor Plouffe, the third baseman, playing even with the bag at third. Do a lot of things here. A lot of speed with Ackley and then Trayvon. You see Diamond look right away into home plate. He wasn't trying to pick Ackley off. He wanted to see if Trayvon Robinson would tip whether he was bunting or not. He didn't show anything. There's a pitch count, so you can see 94 pitches for Vargas, just 60 so far for Diamond.
Popped it up. One out. Coming up, game 3 of the series tomorrow. That's a critical mistake there. Samuel DeDuno against Blake Bevan. Bevan trying to get above 500. Get that ERA knocked down. Blake, like everybody else on Wednesday, saw him in the dugout. I mean, in the clubhouse after the effect, though. He just shook his head. That's the best game I have ever seen. And he was in awe, like everybody. I mean, everybody sort of walking around like with this cool smile on their face and shaking their head like, man, you believe we just saw that?
I think like most of them, and I'm in the same position, I felt like Felix was going to get his no-hitter at some point. He's so good that he felt like there was going to have one of those nights where he was going to get it going. But perfect game, something completely different. Then if you look at it, not many, 1 or 2 balls hit hard the entire game. That's
the catch that Thames made might have been the hardest ball hit, the one he had to run to the 385. Folt leading off the game.
Montero has been aggressive with every at bat so far. Ground out to third, hit a fly ball to left field.
One out. Ackley, good speed at first base. Broken bat. Shortstop. Flormon will take it. 2 outs.
Let's see if Miguel Olivo can get into one. Hit a home run off the second deck in last night's game. Miguel now with 9 home runs on the year. I think Diamond will make a mistake and give him something to handle. Both the left and right fielders are playing right in front of the warning track.
In the center field of Mastriani, clearly he's a heck of an athlete and got a lot of confidence because he's been playing shallow last night and tonight.
Well, maybe a ball in the gap here. That'll score Ackley. Looks like the right fielder and the left fielder are trying to take that away, but you're right. Center fielder just is playing shallow still, so that leaves some room.
I mean, he's shallow like Andrew Jones played in his prime. Paul Blair in his prime. If I remember correctly, I think Veda Pinson played fairly shallow in center field for some great Reds teams.
Devon White.
Devon White. Devon White could really run. My goodness. Long strider.
Yeah. Loping strides.
Sort of like Gary Maddox. Same type of deal.
Yeah.
Covered a lot of ground. Good player. A 1-1 count.
Somebody else that rarely gets mentioned but should be when you're talking about defense and going to get it. A lot of people know this name, but Gary Pettis could go get it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Another very fast guy. He's a first base coach. Longtime trusted aide of Ron Washington with the Texas Rangers. Rangers beat Toronto in Toronto 2-1 earlier. Miguel Olivo 2-1, 2 out, runner at first.
Let's count back in his favor. He had a fastball. It was middle away. A good swing at it, but missed it and fouled it back. If he can get that pitch again, I think he can drive it in that right center field gap.
Taking some time. He's got a 3-1. Here's the offering to Olivo. There's a slicing drive in right field. Base hit. Ackley will hold up at second. He's already seen Matt Carson throw out a runner at third. He gunned down Ryan for out number 2 in the third inning. But the inning continues. First and second for Kyle Seager. Mr. 2-out RBI himself.
Good at bat for Miguel. A couple of hits last night, including that home run, and checks in with a base hit to right field. 2-out RBI guy coming to the plate. Kyle Seager drove a ball to the fence in dead center field his first time up, then grounded out to second.
Ground ball. Jamie Carroll handles it. There's a Morneau, and the Mariners are turned away in the 6th. Win, lose, or draw, this will be a topic, I know, with Eric Wedge after this game. They had an opportunity, couldn't cash it in. 1-1 ball game.
Today's Tracer Technology is brought to you by the Emerald Queen Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest.
1-1 game. Couple of frustrating innings for the Mariners. The last 2 innings, they've gotten the leadoff man aboard, cannot score him. And the score remains tied at 1-1. Matt Carson, Pedro Florman, and Jamie Carroll going to face Jason Vargas here, 8-9-1 in the Twins batting order. Twins have lost 3 in a row, 7 of 8. Mariners have won 3 consecutive games, won 10 of 11 here at home.
Jason now at 95 pitches, so Charlie Furbish is getting loose out in the Mariner bullpen.
Inside for ball.
There's Charlie. Good to see him back with the club.
He has found his niche, huh? Swing, a foul tip into Montero's glove. Ball and 2 strikes.
He's been unique, Charlie has, in that he's dominated left-handed hitters, but Eric Wedge can leave him out there for an inning because he can get right-handers out too. Overall in the year, opponent's average just 147 against him, so it's good to have him back.
Who knew when we saw him struggling last year as a starter? Remember second half?
Yeah. Well, I mean, and basically what it's done is it's allowed him to be a 2-pitch pitcher because he just has to get through the 1 inning. He doesn't have to work through a lineup 2, 3, 4 times. And so the 2 pitches that he has, they're really good pitches. I mean, he's 94 miles an hour with his fastball and then a slider.
Looking bat looper. That's going to drop in for a base hit for Matt Carson, his second hit. Let's see what's up with Angie Mentink.
Guys, we're all over it tonight. The wild card race and a couple of teams near the top. The Tigers and the Orioles going at it in the Motor City. And this one was scoreless into the 7th inning. That's when Chris Davis takes Rick Porcello to a place he doesn't want to go. Drives it deep to left field. The 3-run Jimmy Jack was all the offense the O's needed. Our Sterling Bank final in Motown, 3-2 Baltimore. Guys?
Orioles are a pesky bunch. Strike on the front offering. American League wild card standings. Baltimore, Oakland, Detroit. Angels right on their tails. Another base hit. Florman, a triple, and now a single. He's 2 for 3.
2 broken bat base hits here in the 7th inning. Out in front of this pitch, reaches out, hits it off the end of the bat. So a jam shot and then one off the end of the bat. 2 base hits for the Twins. Now Jason is in some trouble with 101 pitches on the board. You have Jamie Carroll coming up. He will bunt here.
Other action in the American League West. Oakland 4-0 at home against Cleveland, bottom 6, and the Angels at home, top 4. Lead Tampa Bay 8-0 behind C.J. Wilson.
Kyle playing in on the grass at third. Smokes on the grass over at first.
Pitch, ball 1. Jamie Carroll leads the club with 5 sacrifice bunts.
This is a time with Kyle Seager at third. He has to give the play just a split second to develop a little bit because Jason's such a good fielder. He can give him a chance to make this play and maybe get the lead runner at third. He doesn't break early.
Goes to third and got him. Good call, Mike.
Good read by Kyle. So many times you just make up your mind early that you're going to try to come in and make the play because pitchers have a tough time getting off the mound. But Jason, a good fielder. Take a look at Seager. He has to read it before he can decide. And he goes right away. Good play. Get the lead runner. That's a big play for Jason Vargas and a good play by Kyle Seager.
Out at third is Carson. Down to second, Florman. Carroll to first on the fielder's choice. 1-5. Mastriani the hitter. Soft line drives and a ground out tonight. There's no advance.
Good speed on the bases. Florimon can run at second. Carroll can run over at first. Jason right now trying to get a ground ball, get a double play, and get off the field. Charlie continues to throw out in the pen. Maurer waiting on deck.
Mariners turned one double play last night. Obviously, pleased they didn't need one. And the Felix perfected. Not a bad swinging. It's a called strike inning. 1-1. Twins got their run in the first inning. Justin Morneau with an RBI single. Mariners got theirs in the third on an Ackley RBI single. Oh, 2 strikes.
See the 2 strikes right on the outside corner. I like that third pitch a little bit better, and that'll produce a ground ball. The second pitch, anything can happen. We've seen him slap a couple of line drives into the outfield for base hits when the pitches, even though they're on the corner, they're elevated. It's a little easier to get in the air.
Jarrow keeps it in front, 2-2. One out. Joe Mauer's on deck. 2-2 to Mastriani. Almost hitting.
Definitely don't want to do that with Maurer waiting on deck. Load the bases up, nowhere to put him.
Speed is going to be an issue here. Florimon and Carroll both can motor. You got a 3-2 pitch coming here to Mastriani with 1 out. Foul.
It's a well-located changeup. Shows you the confidence that Jason has been building up over the course of the season. You get into this situation, you don't want to walk the batter, but he's still going to go with his out pitch, the changeup.
Vargas is ready. 3-2 pitch. Runners go. Pitch fouled off. We go 3-2. Just over Ryan's head. Florimon at the stop sign as Robinson hits a cutoff man. They're loaded up for Joe Mauer.
Well, Jason now 111 pitches, his season high, 115. Carl Willis coming out of the dugout, but here's another pitch. He's just reaching out, fooled on it, able to keep his hands back just long enough. A little soft line drive into left field to load the bases up. Carl Willis coming out, so Eric Wedge is going to stay with his hot pitcher. You can see that last pitch, the 8th pitch of that at bat. It was a good at bat, good battle there, and a good pitch just off the plate away. Give the hitter some credit. They have 3 runners on, all of them with singles, and I'm not sure that any of them have been hit real hard off of Jason. That's why Eric Wedge staying with his hot pitcher.
Hot indeed over his last 9 starts, a 1.88 ERA, a 6-1 record.
Mauer, a couple of ground outs and a fly ball to center field.
And this is your basic crucible moment here, Mike. I mean, you only got the number 3 hitter in the American League with the bases jacked.
Now,
there. Ball 1. Joe Mauer. Joe today, ground to short, ground to second, fly to center. They went 2 for 4 last night. Infield hit and a home run. Hard line out to left as well. Heck of a play made by Trayvon Robinson on it. Here's the 1-0 to Mauer. Breaking ball. Ackley. There's 1. See if they can get 2. No. Run scores.
That's a great effort all the way around. I mean, Jason is able to get the ground ball that he wanted. Mauer, even though he's a catcher, he's a good athlete and runs well, but a great effort from Ackley and then Brendan Ryan trying to complete the double play. That'll bring out Eric Wedge. We'll take a look at it. Our Home Depot doing more on defense. Just a tremendous effort from Ackley trying to complete the double play.
Quick release.
Yeah.
The umpire at second, Manny Gonzalez. Good thing he ducked. Vargas leads down 2-1. Couple of men on here in the 7th inning. Ryan effort, and that was a big spot against the number 3 hitter in the American League. Josh Kenny's going to take over. For the evening. And here's his profile from tonight.
6 2/3 for Jason. Gave up 8 hits. 2 runs, both of them earned. He is responsible for the 2 base runners that are out there. Only 1 walk for Jason, just short of his season high with 113 pitches. Season high 115 through 76 strikes overall. Jason pitched well again. Look at our Nissan shift to the bullpen. Bring us Josh Kinney. He has some tough duty as you take a look at his numbers. He will face Josh Willingham. You're going to see sliders galore from Kenny. That's his pitch. He likes to throw the slider, and he'll throw it often. He can get it on the outside corner and have a good chance against Willingham.
Gonna have to be careful. Willingham tonight a walk, foul out to third, a ground out to third. Josh having an outstanding season. Jamie Carroll at third. Joe Mauer at first. Willingham starting the day tied for second in home runs in the American League with 31, with Granderson and Encarnacion behind Hamilton and Dunn with 34. Hit hard and little 2-step down there. Third base by Jamie Carroll.
First pitch slider, just trying to throw it over for a strike, and he left it on the inner half of the plate. Willingham being aggressive. You take a look at it, trying to throw it on the outer half, throws it on the inner half as Carroll's able to just get out of the way.
Man,
that would have hurt the shin, wouldn't it?
Oh my goodness. off the plate. 1-1. Fielder's choice RBI by Mauer gives him 61 runs batted in on the season. 2-1 ball game. Back up the middle. Ryan gets a scoop to Ackley, and that will do it. So the Twins pick up a run, take the lead at 2-1. Home seventh coming up. Smokewells and Saunders. The chance to change that when we get back. Seventh inning stretch being brought to you by Captain Morgan. Raise your glass, always in moderation to life, love, and loot. 2-1 ball game. Out in the pen, hoping that the Mariners can generate some offense here against left-hander Scott Diamond. And coming up for the Mariners here in the home seventh, Smokewells and Saunders.
Justin Smoke with a double his last time up. He's 1 for 2 in the game. It was a leadoff double. See if he can do that again. Scott Diamond has pitched well. Again, just 70 pitches. Starting here in the 7th inning for him.
See if this is the inning the Mariners get the leadoff guy on and in. It's 5th inning. Leadoff double by Smoke. Got him to third. That was it. 6th inning. Ackley infield hit to lead off. Robinson popped up a bunt. Diamond eventually got out of it. One and 0 to Smoke. It's off the plate.
Here's a free hack. Should get a fastball away from him.
2-0. Inside corner. DJ Rayburn. Ball foul. 2-2. Mariners since the All-Star break, 20-13. That's tied for 5th best in the major leagues. Starting today with Detroit and Tampa Bay. Rays losing 8-0. Top 5th down in Anaheim. Full count now to Smoke. The pitching pattern certainly hasn't changed against him. When teams try to get him out.
No, once they get 2 strikes, they'll try to pop one inside, and Diamond just missed with that fastball. He'll probably try to go back away again. There he goes. Good pitch for Justin to hit. That one's the first one that he elevated on the plate. All the pitches have been down in this at bat. See that 6th pitch up and out over the dish.
Two. Off again. Mariners run coming in the 3rd inning. Ackley drove it in. Had a 2-0 count. Got a base hit to right. Twins got a Morneau single in the 1st, and Joe Mauer. Fielder's choice RBI in the 7th. 3-2 here to Smoke.
That was right down the middle. Looked like Justin almost fell down swinging at it. There you go. 8th pitch of the at bat. Surprised he hasn't tried to change up or his curveball against Justin. He just stayed with the fastball in this at bat, and Justin's had plenty of them to hit. He just keeps fouling them off. Last pitch, the best pitch to hit in this at bat.
Do it again at 3-2.
Another fastball away.
Taking an at bat. Pitch 10 coming up. New Lumber.
Hitter, this one starts to play games with you. Is he going to throw the changeup now? Is he going to throw it now? You just feel that he has to, but he's just pumping heaters in their 10th pitch of the at bat coming up.
There it is. Deep drive. Left center field. It's carrying. It's carrying. It's gone. Home run. Justin Smoke ties it at 2-2. #14th homer, 40th RBI. Takes over the team lead in home runs.
It took him a while, but he finally was able to get on a fastball. It's went at 90 miles an hour again, out over the plate. Take a look at this pitch. Mauer set up away. This pitch is middle away. Belt high. Gives it a ride out into the Mariner bullpen to tie this game up. Good at bat for Justin Smoke. 10 pitch at bat. He wins the battle with a home run to tie up the game.
That baby was launched.
Nice catch by Jason Phillips out in the bullpen.
There you go, Philly. 411 feet. Ties the ball game at 2-2. Logan bat ground ball down the floor. Goes out Wells, 1 down. Tuesday, Mariners and Panasonic present Salute to Japanese Baseball night here at Safeco Field. Make sure you're here to honor the rich heritage of Japanese baseball. Let's arrive early for a special pregame musical performance, all part of the Salute to Japanese Baseball Tuesday. So pick up your tickets right now at Mariners.com. Michael Saunders. Saunders a base hit and a ground out. Good for Smoke. And the Mariners tying the score 2-2. Smoke with his first home run since July 17th at Kansas City.
We'll see if Michael Saunders can get a good fastball to hit ahead 2-0. Looks like they're going to go with a breaking ball.
Way out front, 2-1.
That's all right. Take a chance. You're up 2-0. Let it rip. If you get the fastball, maybe you can do some damage with it. Threw you a good breaking ball in the outside corner. Still ahead in the count.
Bounces one down to Carroll. 2 outs. Two outs brings up Brendan Ryan.
86 pitches now for Diamond. Still in good shape pitching in the 7th inning.
Mariners hit 2 home runs last night. Jaso, 2-run shot. Olivo hit a solo home run. Minnesota had back-to-back homers in the 8th. We don't get very many games here. We get 4 home runs. Through Mauer, ball 1. Down low again. Strike. Two outs, nobody on. Smoker's tied it with a home run. Two balls and 2 strikes to Ryan after that swing and a miss.
Looks like Charlie Furbers will start the 8th inning for the Mariners. Morneau leading off. Charlie still throwing out in the pen.
Two and 2 to Ryan. He's worked a full count.
Dustin Ackley's had a good night. 2 for 3. Waiting on deck. Also driven in a run.
Three-two pitch to Ryan. Back up the middle. Base hit. 2-out knock for the Mariners. Big Sky Football is going to kick off this fall here in Root Sports. Being presented by your local Ford stores. Action gets started Saturday, September 22nd. Northern Arizona takes on the Montana Grizzlies. Your new home for Big Sky Football. Root Sports. Ackley a 2 for 3 night with an RBI. Has a chance to keep this inning going. Lead runs at first. Brendan Ryan with his 2nd hit tonight. 2 for 3 for Rhino. Burnett getting ready for Minnesota Twins. Alex Burnett. Now we're going to go out and talk to Scott Diamond. Charlie Furbus is going to take over.
Good to have Charlie back. Both clubs 2 runs. Both clubs with 8 hits.
.26-year-old Scott Diamond going against Dustin Ackley here. 1-0 count.
.93 pitches now for Diamond. I think that trip by Mauer was just to give Burnett more time to get loose in the bullpen.
One to 1. Jason Vargas off the hook after 6 2/3, 8 hits, 2 runs, both earned. Walking a couple strikeouts.
24 pitches in this inning. Justin Smoak saw 10 pitches before he hit the home run.
Two and 1 Ackley. Couple of hits tonight. -4 game hitting streak. Two and 2. Scott Diamond taking a long look, a 2-2 pitch and a throw over to Ryan. A two-step lead.
Diamond looks like he has an average move to first, but the Mariners haven't tried to steal tonight. He's shut the running game down.
2-2. Hit well, right field. Foul ball.
Dustin had a hanging breaking ball. His eyes lit up, and he squared it up, but it was just foul. Hanging breaking ball hit. You can see the angle of it, how much hook it had on it as it misses the pole. So close to his 10th home run of the year. Justin thought he had it. So did I. I thought he hit it hard enough to where it was going to hit the pole before it hooked foul.
Two-two pitch. Runner goes. Foul back.
Hitting with runners in scoring position has been difficult for both teams. Mariners not many opportunities. They're just 1 for 5, but Twins 2 for 10 tonight.
Neither guy giving an inch here. Diamond against Ackley, 2-2, 2 outs. Ryan at first. Another foul.
Mariner hitters grinding out at bats here. 4th at bat of the night for Ackley. 29 pitches here in the inning. 30th pitch coming up, and Smoke saw 10 pitches, and now this will be the 8th pitch to Ackley.
Pitch number 8 coming up here. 20% of his pitches have gone to Ackley and Smoke. Here's the 2-2 again. Back safely. And that's an at-bats this inning.
This will be his 100th pitch of the game.
Two and two. And back safely.
Again, having to work hard here. Typically, you'll start to lose your legs as a pitcher. Elevate a pitch. That's what happened on the breaking ball that Ackley just missed hitting a home run on. 7th pitch. You can see that last pitch. Good pitch for Ackley to spoil. See if he can get something in the middle of the plate.
Hit it hard. Base hit. Right field. Ryan will shut it down there as again the right fielder Matt Carson has a good arm, and he's already thrown Ryan out once. This inning continues, and Ron Gardenhire's coming out to get his left-hander. As the Mariners with 2 outs. They've tied it on the home run by Smoke, and now they've chased Scott Diamond, the leading winner on the staff of the Minnesota Twins.
Gardenhire seeing the same thing, an elevated fastball above the belt. Ackley hits it hard into right field.
And the Mariners trying to get it done with 2 outs. They've tied it, trying to get the lead here in the home 7th, a 2-2 ball game. Good to see the guys rejoicing after the smoke home run. Ties it at 2-2. 10-pitch at bat. That was Justin leading off this seventh inning, and now a chance for the Mariners to get the lead. Trayvon Robinson will be the hitter. Runners at first and second. 2 outs, and the pitcher is right-hander Alex Burnett.
3.19 ERA, 53 and 2/3 innings pitched, 22 strikeouts, 22 walks. That's a big number. So he can get a little bit wild and walk some hitters. 237 average against him.
Ryan at second. Ackley at first. Outside. 1-1.
And the Mariners 1 for 5 with men in scoring position tonight.
Robinson at 233. Hitter left-handed. 7 for 30. Started tonight 5 for 18. 278 from the right side. And he's ahead in the count 2-0. Brent Gardenhire, 11th year manager of the Twins. Two-0 to Trayvon Robinson. Took it. 2-1.
Borderline pitch. And the count. If you don't get a pitch in the middle of the plate, something you like, take the next one. Pitch barely catches the outside corner. Tyler Robertson, left-hander, getting loose.
Pitched last night, 2/3 of an inning. She runs 9 hits and an error for the Mariners. 2-8-0 for Minnesota. Now back. Robinson trying to deliver the lead run here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Pitch from Burnett. Ooh, that had to hurt. Good grief. Bases are loaded.
And we saw the 22 walks. That tells you he can get a little bit wild. Trying to go inside with a fastball. Takes the shirt tail out of his pants when it hits his jersey.
Luckily, it was probably scared him more than anything. It didn't get him flushed. The billowy shirt saved him. The old double knit days, he might have been in trouble.
But you can see all those pitches up in the zone. Threw 5 pitches to Trayvon, all of them high. So Montero needs to show some discipline. Typically, he likes to be aggressive. There you take a look at the tracer. He's been aggressive tonight. He likes to be aggressive early in the count. I think that's okay, but he really needs to really shrink up the strike zone on a pitch that he wants to hit. And if it's not there, he needs to take it and make this young man pitch a little bit. Burnett, again, 22 walks. We just saw the hit batter to load him up.
First 2 at bats, to your point, Montero made outs. Hit the ball hard and grounded at the third and line out the third. 1-1 pitch in the third at bat. He had a broken bat pop up. First pitch, popped it up. And the Mariners leave them loaded. 2-2 ball game.
Into the 8th inning, 2 apiece. Hi, everybody. Angie Mentink here at the Ford Sports Desk. Meantime, the Yankees and the Boston Red Sox going at it in a battle of Big East big ones. Top of the first, Adrian Gonzalez put the Red Sox on the board with a 2-run shot to left field. That's his 14th of the season, kind of just like Justin Smoke. Red Sox over the Yankees, 4-1 the final score. And guys, we get to see Charlie Furbush for the first time in a long time.
Good to have him back after his recall from Tacoma, where he went back and rehabbed his tricep and getting back in action. Sean Kelly was sent down yesterday.
We'll take a look at his numbers. A 2.17 ERA. Charlie has pitched well. Hopefully he can regain the form that he had before he had to go on the DL. Bonus average again, just 147 against Charlie. Tough hitter, first one. We get Morneau.
Morneau, Ryan Domit, Trevor Plouffe. Montero, bases loaded. Goes after a slider and pops it up. So there goes the Mariner threat. Now they get a reload. Morneau, 1 for 3. Big bender.
Just a good slider from Charlie. It's like Stephen Pryor, right-hander, getting loose in the pen now.
Two-one count from Charlie. Center field, backing up Saunders. Plenty of room. One out. Big one, too. They'll miss next month's I-90 series here at Safeco Field. Red Sox make their way back to town for a midweek matchup against the Mariners, September 3, 4, and 5. We're going to see Felix, Dustin Ackley, and the boys in blue battle David Ortiz, Adrian Gonzalez, and the Bo Sox here at Safeco Field. Great seats still available. Get your tickets right now at Mariners.com. That is Labor Day, and it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Ryan Domit. An infield hit, 1 for 3. Breaking ball hit down to Ryan. 2 outs. Coming up soon to Root Sports. It's the high school football game of the week. Features top matchups from around the state of Washington. Don't miss your favorite local teams in action starting Thursday, August 30th, right here on Root Sports. August 30th is a Thursday night. The Mariners will be in Minnesota that night. Eric Wedd's coming out. Furbush does his job. Trevor Plouffe's going to be the hitter. Going to bring in a right-hander. Here comes Stephen Pryor back to Safeco Field after these messages.
Mariners baseball on Root Sports is brought to you by Snoqualmie Casino, Seattle's premier entertainment, gaming, and dining destination. By Sterling Bank, life is about the good stuff. Your bank should be too. Visit our new website at bankwithsterling.com. And by AT&T, the nation's largest 4G network, AT&T, rethink possible. Guys?
All right, Angie, thank you very much. 2 outs, top of the 8th. Nobody on. Stephen Pryor, hard throwing right-hander, takes over here, and his hit is going to be Trevor Poole.
Stephen fastball slider. Fastball will be in the mid-90s. Overall numbers a 2.38 ERA. 16 strikeouts though, and 11 in a third. It's a good number.
Prior 2/3 of an inning last night, 2 hits, 2 runs. A strikeout. Oh, way foul. Both tonight 0 for 3. High ball center field. Here comes Saunders. Time to get to work. Time to get the lead. 2-2 ball game. See what Olivo can do. See what Seager can do. And ditto Smoke in this 2-2 ball game. Root Sports is looking for the biggest Mariner fans in the Northwest. We're going state to state to find the most passionate in our region, and this month we want to hear from devoted fans in Montana. So log on to rootsports.com and show us why you're the Mariners' ultimate Northwest fan. New pitcher for the Minnesota Twins. Be their 3rd of the night, Jared Burton.
A sinker, slider, changeup. He's in trying to keep the ball on the ground if he can. Middle of the order for the Mariners, Olivo, Seager, and Smoke. Take a look at the numbers. Impressive 2.15 ERA. 46 innings, 40 strikeouts, just 10 walks for him. Opponents average 190.
Miguel Olivo is going to lead it off. Strikeout tonight, line out to left and a base hit to right. Burton out of Westminster, South Carolina, born and still lives there. Inside to Olivo, product of Western Carolina University. coming over from the Cincinnati organization, up and down with them since '07. Shortstop Pedro Flormon is playing in the hole on the left side for Olivo. Two and one.
Well, I'll say that's almost don't see many shifts for the right-handed hitter, but that's about as close as it's going to get. I'm surprised Plouffe isn't about a half a step closer to the line.
Late 2-2.
Typically, managers like to guard the line, stay away from doubles. Gardenhire not doing that with Plouffe.
Olivo's gone. One out here in the Mariner 8th. Make sure you follow the Mariners with the MLB.com at Bat12 app for your iPhone, iPad, Android, BlackBerry, and Windows Mobile. You're going to get live audio, pitch tracking, video highlights, and more. Text that BAT to 31826 or visit Mariners.com for details. Kyle Seager. Set the center field of Mastriani to the track straightaway center field for an out. His first at bat and a couple of ground outs since. Strike one. Other action, American League West. Oakland 6-1 over Cleveland. Bottom of the 8th in Oakland. Angels now 8-7 in the lead over Tampa Bay. Top the 6th in Anaheim.
At one point the Angels were out 7-0 against the Rays, so they're fighting their way back.
Fell back. Texas beat Toronto in Toronto 2-1. On 2 strikes. A 1-2 pitch to Seager. Finds a hole, base hit.
I'll bring up one of the hitting stars tonight, Justin Smoak, waiting on deck. As Kyle gets a base hit, hits it into the hole, hits it hard. So he checks in. He's 1 for 4 tonight. Justin Smoak really having a good night. He is 2 for 3, has a double and a home run. The home run is what tied the game up. It's not a 10-pitch at bat as Justin in the 7th inning finally is able to get a fastball he can handle and drives it out into the Mariner bullpen. Jason Phillips making a catch out there.
Very matter-of-factly, too. Nice job.
For Justin, it's okay to get greedy. You can check in with another one in the gap if you like. Hit one in the seats.
Did that last home run right-handed. See what he can do on the other side of the plate.
10 home runs hitting left-handed this year.
Chop foul, strike one.
Just in case Tom Wilhelmson's starting to get loose. There's Tom.
One out, one on here in the bottom of the 8th. A 2-2 ball game. 10 hits for the Mariners, 2 more than Minnesota. 2.
Good aggressive swing. Fastball, middle of the plate.
Jared Burton against Justin Smoak. The South Carolinians going to battle here in the state of Washington. Goose Creek, South Carolina, suburb of Charleston, the home for Justin Smoak. Burton out of Westminster, South Carolina.
Best fastball we've seen from Burton at 95 miles an hour. All the pitches away from Justin.
Right fielder Matt Carson extremely deep straightaway in right field. Away 2-2. Smoak back from Tacoma the last 4 days. 2-2 pitch. Runner goes inside, gets through Maurer. Diving, and a nice dig job by Florimond. Because Seager went into the head-first dive. Florimond put the glove down like he was about to receive it, so there was no chance that Seager was going to be able to pick up and go to third.
On a straight steal, you rarely look in, and Kyle doesn't look in at all. That's typical when you're trying to just steal the base. By the time he picks it up, Maurer has it up at the backstop. But Kyle moves himself down into scoring position.
Payoff pitch coming here to Justin Smoak. Foul.
See all the pitches. That last pitch was not a speed pitch. Middle of the plate, but it was down.
Here we go. 3-2. Going back Florimond. He's got great range. Makes the play with a little snow cone action. 2 outs. Nice play.
With that catch, the Mariners now 1 for 7 with men in scoring position. Pops it up. Outfielders playing deep, trying to stay away from the extra base hit. And Florimond, as Dave mentioned, whoa, right at the end of the glove. You can see it hit, look like it hits on the heel and climbs up the webbing of his glove. But he's able to hang on to it. We're going to get a pinch hitter. Eric Thames has come out of the dugout to pinch hit for Casper Wells.
Stay on and play right field. Pinch hits here in the 8th. First pinch hitting work here as a Mariner. Fastball away, ball 1.
Eric, 241 on the season, 4 home runs, 16 RBIs. Good numbers, runners in scoring position.
Strike 1-1. One pitch to Thames, foul back.
Yeah, you can look on Eric's face. He'd like to have that pitch back. 94-mile-an-hour fastball, middle.
Infielders playing a little bit closer now. Outfielders, beg your pardon. See the center fielder, Mastriani, not very deep. Same for Helmet and Carson. Left and right field, respectively. 1-2. Tampa Bay's tied at 8-8 at the Angels. Action in the top of the 6th. Long look by Burton. He's ready. 1-2 pitch. Heck of a scoop by Mauer.
And keeps this one from going to the backstop on a backhanded play. It actually turns the wow. Fortunate. A lot of times you turn the glove that far over. Go ricochet off the padding of it. But he's able to keep it in front of him.
2-2. 2 outs. Runner at second. High drive. Center field. Long run from Mastriani. Backing up. Makes the catch. Well, he likes to play shallow and does a good job going back to make the play. Mariners leave a runner. We go to the 9th. Tied at 2. The all-new Root Sports Game Connect interactive second screen experience, bringing fans closer to the game with live stats, trends, and analysis. Root Sports Game Connect. Connect now at rootsports.com. Stephen Pryor continues. Came on, got the final out of the 8th inning. He'll face Matt Carson, Pedro Florman, and Jamie Carroll, 8, 9, and 1 here in the 9th inning.
Mariners 1 for 8 tonight with men in scoring position.
That's a killer.
Well, Twins 2 for 10. The struggles on both sides.
Carson, couple of hits. 2 for 3. Pops this one up. No play. Slide out to left, single to right. A broken bat flare for base hit to left. One to Carson. Back up the middle. He's hit. Three-hit night for Matt Carson. 3 consecutive hits.
This one a leadoff base hit. Looks like a slider. Able to stay on it. Hit it back up the middle. Florimon. He will bunt here. Alseeker playing in on the grass.
Shows Bonnet's a beauty. Seager. There's the smoke. Fine bunt by Florimon. 3 in the sacrifice.
Well executed. Perfect bunt. Only one play, get the out at first. So now the Twins will have a runner in scoring position with just 1 out. Back to the top of the lineup. Jamie Carroll. Carroll tonight 1 for 4. Base hit and scored a run in the first inning. Struck out swinging fly ball. Right hit into a fielder's choice.
Florimon, the youngster, just caught up. Boy, earning a lot of points with his teammates and managers. First bunt. This is game number 2 for him. Strike 1 to Carroll. Late. Minnesota got its first run, Morneau in the first inning, RBI single, and then a Joe Mauer 7th inning, fielder's choice RBI. Mariners in the 3rd, Ackley drove in a run, then a home run by Smoke tied it in the 7th, his 14th.
See if Stephen Pryor elevates a fastball here. A couple of fastballs up in the zone to get ahead 0-2. Go a little bit higher, see if he'll chase it.
After he called, he went right on the black.
All fastballs going right at him. 3 pitches, 3 strikes. He knew it.
Two outs. Darren Mastriani. 1 for 4. Oh, 1. Heat 101. Stephen Pryor earned a lot of points with the manager Eric Wedge for his performance Tuesday, winning an inning and 2/3 in the 3-2 Mariner win.
He's not messing around right now. He has a good fastball and he's throwing it. Gave up the base hit on a slider, and since then it's been nothing but fastballs.
97. And the ball 2-2-1. Runner at second, Matt Carson. 2 outs. 2-1 pitch. Off the plate.
really have to come back and find a way to get him. You have Maurer waiting on deck, and you do not want to put the game in his hands.
3-1. Chance to put him away now.
All fastballs, last one at 95. I think he has to throw it again.
Three and two from Pryor. Mastriani walked it. Here comes Joe Maurer.
And then here comes Eric Wedge.
First walk by Pryor. And that will take him to the bench. Pitching change when we get back.
To get this final out here in the ninth. Angie Mentink here at the Ford Sports Desk. Coming up on Mariners postgame show, we've got a lot to get to. Justin Smoak, remember that 10-pitch at bat that tied this game? We'll break it down pitch by pitch. Also, I don't care if you saw every single pitch of Felix Hernandez's perfect game the other day, or if you didn't see one. We have got a stretch of video with all the best bits from his amazing day, all put together for you. Also, we'll check in on the Sounders and the Seahawks, who were in action as well. So, lots to stay tuned for. Guys, back upstairs to you now.
Big Seattle Sports Day. Thank you, Angie, here on Saturday, August 18th. Tough spot here now, Mike.
Yeah, Lucas Litke, 2.53 ERA. 30 strikeouts from the 32 innings that he has pitched. The most important thing, you have the game on the line. Joe Maurer coming to the plate. Lucas will use his slider. He does not have an overpowering fastball, but he will use his slider effectively against left-handers.
2 out, 2 on. Up by to Maurer. Joe 0 for 1 against Litke. Moving a run back in the 7th. Two and 0.
Missed with both sliders.
Sounders about 5 steps into left center field. Thames in right. Swing around 2. Here's the pitch. 3-0.
Josh Willingham waiting.
Rio pitch to Joe Mauer, 2 on. It's a strike. Big spot. 21,154 on hand here at Safeco Field. 2-2 ball game. Three-one pitch. Took it. For strike. 3-2.
Yeah, it's a good pitch from Lucas. Comes back with a slider. Mauer sitting on a fastball in a 3-1 count. He throws him a slider in the middle of the plate. I think it surprised him.
Mauer digs in. He's ready. 3-2 from Litke. Runners go. Pitch. Ball. 4. Bases loaded.
Here comes Eric Wedge again. Looks like he's going to go to his closer at this moment, Tom Wilhelmsen. A couple of walks, back-to-back walks have loaded the bases up.
That is a tough way to walk the tightrope. Bartender coming in. Dire circumstance here with the bases loaded in a 2-2 game. Two-two ball game, top of the ninth. Twins with 2 outs have the bases loaded. And their best power hitter, Josh Willingham, coming to the plate to face the bartender, Tom Wilhelmsen.
Mariners' best power pitcher, Wilhelmsen, 2.47 ERA, 58 and a third inning, 68 strikeouts for Tom. So Eric Wedge all in. Tied ball game, bases loaded with a couple of outs, and he brought in his best out of the bullpen to face Willingham. Willingham on the year, 261 average coming into the game, 31 home runs, 89 RBIs.
Tied for second in home runs, third in RBIs in the American League. This is a big one here. Willingham 0 for 2 against Big Tom. Here we go. First pitch. Breaking ball and a beauty. Strike 1.
Well, one thing that the Mariners learned about Willingham is he can hit a good fastball. He had a home run last night off of Stephen Pryor on a good fastball. It was 97 miles an hour, and he hit it into the bullpen. Tom starts him off with a great curveball.
Here's the 0-1. Line drive. Thames coming in. Mariners escape a bases loaded 2-out situation. Wilhelmsen comes in to get a tough hombre in Willingham. Chance to win it here in the ninth. You've got Michael Saunders, Brendan Ryan, and Dustin Ackley coming up. the Mariners in a 2-2 ball game as the Twins bring on Tyler Robertson.
Robertson, good fastball. We'll use a slider and a changeup. IERA is 6.28. An opportunity for the Mariners. 14 and a third. He does have 19 strikeout. He's only walked 5 batters. But he'll get 8, 9, and 1 for the Mariners. Michael Saunders leading things off here in the 8th inning. It'd be great to have him on the bases he can run.
Robertson pitched 2/3 of an inning last night, struck out 1 in the Mariners' 5-3 victory. Michael Saunders is done tonight. Ground out, a couple of ground outs and a base hit and a run scored. Third base side of the rubber out of the stretch. Saunders gets into one. Base hit. Didn't waste any time, and here come the Mariners.
Well, that's just great right there. You have Saunders. He runs well. Jumps on a first pitch breaking ball. Outfielders playing deep, trying to stay away from the double. Thinking normal play, he probably ends up getting this past the right fielder. It was hit on a line, but because he's so deep, he's able to get to it easy. Hold Michael to a single. Brendan Ryan, I'm sure, bunting him over. Dustin Ackley waiting on deck. Ackley having a good night. He's 3 for 4 with an RBI tonight. So Brendan needs to get this bunt down and move Saunders out.
Mariners earlier in the game, Mike, we talked about it, have had opportunities. Got the leadoff guy on in the 5th and the 6th and couldn't cash it in.
Well, they weren't able to get a bunt down in the 6th inning. Brendan Ryan will give that a shot now, see if he can get the bunt down and move Saunders up. Runner on first in this situation with nobody out. I'd like to see Brendan bunt the ball towards the first baseman. Morneau. Plouffe, the third baseman, in on the grass.
Ryan with 6 sacrifices on the season. Ball 1. Great opportunity here for the Mariners. There's a strike. 1-1. Checking down. Looking in for this sign is Robertson. Joe Mauer. Ryan has his sign for Jeff Batts, the third base coach. Speedy runner in Saunders at first. 1-1. Way outside.
Sometimes pitchers, because they don't want to go to a 3-1 count, managers feel they're going to just try to lay a strike in there. Put a hit and run on. Saunders runs well. Brendan Ryan can put the ball in play.
Get a 2-1 count. Missed. 3-1. See what they come up with. Ryan's got a 3-1 count. Over to first. Third baseman Plouffe in on the grass. 3-1 to Ryan. Gets the bunt down. Outstanding bunt. Double clutch. Morneau. He's safe.
Great hustle from Brendan Ryan. Didn't take it for granted just because he gets the bunt down. figures his job is over. Brendan ran hard the entire way, and Morneau with the double clutch is the difference. Take a look at it. Doesn't get rid of it quickly. He fumbles it in his glove, then lobs it to first, and Brendan beats it out.
Boy, good extension on that last step there by Ryan.
This is just great hustle by Brendan Ryan again. Not taking it for granted just because he gets his job done by getting the bunt down. We have a similar situation now. Ackley bunting. We'd like to see him bunt it to the third baseman Plouffe, who's playing in on the grass. Bunt it firmly to him, get it past the pitcher so the other two runners can move up.
Nobody out, runners at first and second. 2-2 ball game. It's ball one.
Raymond Robinson waiting on deck.
I was going to say fundamentals.
Yep. Well, Brendan Ryan, that was picture perfect. See if Ackley can match it.
Ackley on this season does not have a sacrifice bunt. Squares, gets the bunt down, foul. 1-1.
Well, he bunted it in the right direction and he bunted it firm, but he has to keep it fair. In this situation, too, it doesn't necessarily have to be a perfect bunt. With Saunders' speed, just has to make the third baseman move in a little bit, and Saunders will be able to get down to third.
Robertson 1-1 to Ackley. Nobody out. Runners at first and second. Winning run, Saunders down there at second base. Fine. It goes foul again.
Well, see what Eric Wedge decides. Most of the time he'll take it off with 2 strikes on the hitter. See what he wants Dustin to do here.
Talked about Mastriani, the center fielder. I think he's as shallow now as he's been all night. 1-2. Boy, he just stayed alive.
See a last pitch off the plate, down and away. And good news for the Mariners here after not getting the bunts down. Dustin's tough to double up. You can put it in play. You can still get Saunders to third.
One, two here to Ackley. Smoke tied it up. 7th inning homer. Pitch here to Ackley. Runners hold. 2-2.
Great play by Maurer and a good decision from Saunders. This ball looks like it bounces out in front of the plate. It does. Fortunate that it's able to hit Maurer right in the chest. See the ball kick away. Base runners sometimes will just take off automatically, but he would have been out. That ball rolling towards third. Good decision by Saunders.
2-2 to Ackley. Chance to win it right here. Good speed. Saunders at second pitch. Oh, he rolled over on one, fouled it off.
Almost a swinging bunt. He's going to chase a slider that's down and away from him. Tries to pull it.
Saunders, the run that counts. That's the game winner. 2-2 here to Ackley. Full count. Raymond Robinson on deck. First pitch. Swinging leadoff base hit by Saunders. Ryan got the bunt down. Morneau couldn't get it out of his glove. Ryan beat it out. That's where we are now. Full count to Dustin Ackley. Pitch from Robertson. Ball 4.
Can't believe he threw the slider there. Ron Gottenheimer going to come out and get his right-handed pitcher. Throw him a 3-2 slider to walk. The bases loaded.
Mariners will take it. Fiend coming on. Opportunity to win it for the Mariners. Winning runs 90 feet away. Again, bases loaded, nobody out, bottom of the ninth in a tie ball game. New pitcher Casey Fiend
pitched well, a 1.50 ERA, 18 innings pitched, 16 strikeouts, 5 walks. Opponent's average 212.
Well, we've seen Jaso in these situations before. Mikey's 5 for 14 with 3 runs batted in.
It's a pretty simple plan for him. He's going to be aggressive for the first couple of pitches on the fastball. That has been his MO, and it's worked out well. If you look at his pinch hitting numbers, 357 on the year.
Everybody up. Infield, outfield, nobody out. Bases loaded.
Really good speed on the bases.
Pitch outside to Jaso. Here's the 1-0 to John. Makes a strike. 0-1.
Good fastball at 93 miles an hour.
Jason trying to put an end to it right here against Casey Fiend. Pitch outside, 2-1. Great opportunity for the Mariners. They left the bases loaded in the 7th, but here they've got them bases juiced and nobody out.
This could not have worked out better for Eric Wedge. I'm not sure he would have anybody else up at the dish in this situation with nowhere to put Jaso.
2-1 pitch. Big hack, jumped out of his shoes, 2-2.
Yeah, it's a good fastball too, 94 miles an hour, right on the outside corner. Take a look at this fastball. A little bit of run to it. John swings under it. Well, that'll get him loose. Montero waiting.
2-2. Here we go. Outside, full count. How about this? Crowd rising to its feet, 21,154. Fly ball base hit's going to win it. Infield's up close, outfield's up close. something's got to give right here. 3-2 pitch to Jaso. To left field. Domet. Saunders watches, runs. Here's a throw by Domet. Saunders is in. Mariners win it. John Jaso, the hero again. Unbelievable. Mariners have won 4 consecutive ball games. They're now 4-1 on the homestand. They own these Twins now as Jaso gets the job done. They're 4-1 against the Twins on the season, and Jaso, another big moment for John.
They had a lot of opportunities offensively, weren't able to come through. Jaso, perfect spot to put him up as a bench hitter, nowhere to put him, nobody out. Get your most clutch guy in this situation, and that is Jaso. It's a fly ball again. Good speed on the bases, that helps. And let's not forget the job that Jason Vargas did again. Won't get credit for the win tonight, but he really pitched well. So Vargas kept the guys into it, but here's Jaso, 3-2 count. Hits a fly ball down the left field line. And with the speed of Saunders, no question you're going to send him. This throw isn't even close. They're on a good run right now, Dave.
Yes, they are. 3 hours and 23 minutes. Jaso put in play and made it happen. That's a good win. It really is, especially if we talked about those squandered opportunities they'd had a little bit earlier in the ball game. Mariners win it 3-2. Standing by with John Jaso, here's Angie Menting.
All right, guys, thank you very much. John, I have to ask you about the beatdown, because usually you guys expect these things. You look like it came out of nowhere, like you weren't expecting. How could you be expecting it? How could you not be expecting it?
I mean, I was expecting it. I think we're getting a little good at this, and guys are getting pretty into it. So glad the fans are here to watch it. Thanks for coming out, everybody. It was a good win.
At what point do you know I better go grab my bat because I'm going in there? I'm assuming it's before Eric Wedge even has to call your name.
Yeah, I mean, I had my bat a couple innings ago. I was just ready for anything, you know, whenever that moment was. He always has things going through his head and playing out situations. And right there, I mean, I was just looking to get the ball in the air somewhere. If I didn't get it done, you know, there was guys behind me to get it done, so just stay out of the double play. And
Something about what comes around goes around. You knew this was coming at some point, didn't you, buddy?
yeah, and I knew it was going to be him too.
All right, so you know, now you can let everybody know. How does that taste?
Awful. I think a lot of guys here don't have this taste in them.
All right.
It's not good.
It's not good. All right. Well, one last question for you. You've told me so many times it's your preparation that allows you to do that. Take us inside the batter's box there in the 9th inning.
Well, I faced that guy yesterday, and the ball gets on you pretty good. And kind of took a long swing there at one, and I was just trying to shorten it up a little bit because that fastball beat me before. So mentally, I mean, it was just get the ball in the air, get a pitch that I could do it with, and you know, a pitch away. I didn't want to roll it over. I still wanted to get underneath it, and successful right there.
All right. One last thing before you go. Could you get the shaving cream off my microphone?
Is there any left on my face?
Just a little bit. There's a right there in your ear. You got that. All right.
I get it.
It's got some work to do. All right. As go John Jaso, so goes the Mariners. 370 in their wins, 216 in their losses. Lots more to get to here on Mariners postgame. Yeah, John, you got just a little bit there behind the ears that you're going to have to work on getting out. But I have a feeling they'll probably give him a shower or something like that once he gets inside.